they'll disappear. And that's a blessing, not a loss. I once knew someone who constantly tried to control how I responded to situations. If I disagreed with them, they'd guilt-trip me. If I set a boundary, they'd tell me I was being unfair. For a long time, I played along, thinking that if I just kept the peace, things would get better. But one day, I stopped. I chose not to explain, not to justify, just to stand my ground. And their response? They vanished. No conversation, no argument, just distance. At first, it felt like a loss. But then I realized it wasn't. It was freedom. So how do you handle people like this? First, recognize the pattern. If someone only sticks around when they can control you, that's not a real connection. Second, stop justifying yourself. The moment you stop explaining and start acting, they lose their grip on you. And finally, let them walk away. If someone only valued you when they could influence you, their absence is proof that you're moving in the right direction. At the end of the day, not everyone will celebrate your independence. But the ones who leave, they were never truly there for you, only for the control they had over you. Let them go. Stand firm in who you are and enjoy the peace that comes with knowing you are finally free. Number 5, they feel intimidated by your growth. The moment you start growing, some people will distance themselves, not because you've done anything wrong, but because your progress makes them uncomfortable. They liked you as long as you stayed on their level, as long as you weren't a reminder of everything they could be but aren't willing to work for. And when they see you rising instead of supporting you, they pull away. Here's the truth. Some people would rather lose you than confront their own insecurities. They don't hate your success. They hate what it forces them to see in themselves. Your growth highlights their stagnation, making them question their own choices, discipline, and ambition. Instead of using your success as motivation, they see it as a threat. Rather than pushing themselves to improve, they retreat. This is where Stoic wisdom comes in. Do not shrink to make others comfortable. Grow, and let them choose to keep up. Your growth is not an attack on anyone. It's simply a test of who is willing to rise with you. Seneca once said, "Associate with those who will make a better man of you." The ones who truly belong in your life won't be intimidated by your progress. They'll be inspired by it. They won't make excuses. They won't try to downplay your efforts. And they certainly won't guilt you into staying the same just to make them feel secure. When people start pulling away as you evolve, take it as a sign. First, never shrink yourself to make others comfortable. If someone can't handle your growth, that's their battle to fight, not yours. Second, pay attention to energy shifts. If someone starts acting differently the moment you level up, they were never truly rooting for you. And finally, let them go with peace. Growth comes with a price, the loss of those who refuse to grow with you. But the real ones, they won't just keep up, they'll push you even higher. At the end of the day, your journey isn't meant to be slowed down for the sake of those who choose to remain stagnant. Keep rising, and let the right people rise with you. If you've watched the video this far, don't forget to leave a comment with a thank God and give it a like. If you enjoy the content, your support means a lot and motivates me to keep creating more interesting videos. I hope you find inspiration in them and that we continue learning together. Number 6, you've exposed their true nature. When you stop tolerating dishonesty, manipulation, or selfishness, something remarkable happens. Some people will disappear. Not because you pushed them away, but because they can't exist in a space where their deception no longer works. They relied on half-truths, hidden motives, and manipulation to keep control. And the moment you see through it, they run. Here's the truth. When you expose someone's true nature, they only have two choices: change or leave. And most people, they choose to leave. It's easier for them to walk away than to face their own flaws, selfishness, or dishonesty. You didn't lose them. They lost the ability to manipulate you. Think of it like turning on the light in a dark room. Everything looks fine in the shadows, but the moment you flip the switch, you see the mess, the dust, the things that were hidden. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. That's exactly what happens when you recognize someone's true nature. The moment the light of truth shines, those who thrived in the darkness can't stand it. They'll say you've changed, but what they really mean is you stopped letting me take advantage of you. This is where Stoic wisdom comes in. The truth offends only those living a lie. A person who is honest, accountable, and genuine has nothing to fear from the truth. But those who thrive on deception will hate it because it exposes them. As Marcus Aurelius put it, if someone is able to show me that what I think or do is not right, I will happily change, for I seek the truth. The ones who can't handle truth don't seek to change. They seek to avoid being exposed. This concept has been echoed throughout history. Friedrich Nietzsche once said, "I'm not upset that you lied to me. I'm upset that from now on I can't believe you." That's the real consequence of dishonesty. Once the illusion is shattered, there's no going back. Those who relied on lies and manipulation don't just lose control over you. They lose their place in your life altogether. So how do you handle this? First, don't regret seeing the truth. It may be painful, but it's far better than living in a lie. Second, let them go. If someone disappears the moment they can no longer deceive you, they were never genuine in the first place. And finally, stand firm in your integrity. The right people will appreciate your honesty, and the wrong ones will run from it. At the end of the day, the truth doesn't destroy real relationships, it only destroys the false ones. Let those who thrived in deception vanish. You're better off without them. Number 7. It's a blessing in disguise. When people start ignoring you, it stings. It makes you question what went wrong, and it can even make you feel unwanted. But here's the truth. Being ignored is not a loss. It's a filter. People who suddenly distance themselves without explanation are revealing something important. They were never truly meant to stay. Instead of seeing this as something to grieve, what if you saw it for what it really is? A blessing in disguise. Think of it like a garden shedding its dead leaves. Trees don't mourn the leaves that fall in autumn. They let go to make space for stronger growth in the spring. That's exactly how life works. Some people are seasonal. They were never meant to grow with you long term. When they walk away or ignore you, they're making space for the right people to enter your life. This is where Stoic wisdom comes in. Do not grieve those who walked away. Be grateful they revealed themselves. If someone can ignore your presence so easily, it means they never truly valued it. And that's not a loss. It's clarity. As Epictetus once said, the key is to keep company only with people who uplift you, whose presence calls forth your best. The ones who walk away were never part of your long-term path. They were just passing through. History is full of individuals who experienced rejection only to realize it was their greatest advantage. Take Albert Einstein, for example. He was ignored and even ridiculed by many in his early career. But instead of chasing validation from those who dismissed him, he focused on his work, and eventually the world couldn't ignore him anymore. The right people, the right opportunities, and the right recognition found him because he stayed true to his path. So how do you handle this? First, don't regret seeing the truth. It may be painful, but it's far better than living in a lie. Second, let them go. If someone disappears the moment they can no longer deceive you, they were never genuine in the first place. And finally, stand firm in your integrity. The right people will appreciate your honesty, and the wrong ones will run from it. At the end of the day, the truth doesn't destroy real relationships, it only destroys the false ones. Let those who thrived in deception vanish. You're better off without them. I would love to hear about your journey and triumphs. Please hit subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and leave a comment below to share your story, your successes, and even the challenges you've overcome. If you're not sure what to comment, just write peacefulness to show that you've completed this session. Your engagement helps this community grow toward wisdom and the art of turning every challenge into an opportunity. I'll leave 2 more videos here so you can continue learning and growing on your personal development journey. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next video.